the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on Roquan Smith. He's coming off the bye week, ready to return to the field. It's the Ravens and the Browns, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Browns in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, and their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, it usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 38. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Swings this out for Hunt. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up second down. Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson on first down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Look at it, moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Justin Tucker on for a field goal of 36-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree, absolutely.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Out of the gun now on third down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson able to locate Andrews here on the out route. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. Jackson now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A 10-yard pickup brings up 2nd down.
They run right side with Hunt.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Jackson And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Jake Camarda sent on that, punt this away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens ready to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson now. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And Andrews lost the football. And he probably should have been down earlier, but they do finally get to him 3 yards short of the line to gain. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 13. Going for it all. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the Steelers out in front in the 2nd quarter. The Steelers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And that game has gone to halftime with the visiting Cardinals out on top. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown catch in that 1st half. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that 1st half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the 2nd half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining 1st half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Jackson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Now it's Jackson.
He's got Bellinger. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
It'll be a pickup of 4. And the Ravens are going to have a first down.
Real quick.
Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now Jackson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Got a man Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, a 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the gun, Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now it's Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. Here's Jackson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Hunt. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9 now. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial or critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That one goes for 8 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They send him the other, and they picked up
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. And that is dropped. Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Jackson now. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Kyle Hamilton picks it. A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing now is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Helping them just a field goal? That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Ravens, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.